think it's actually happening, you guys. I think it's finally happening. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day. Today we're gonna be doing oh my goodness gracious, a good old-fashioned get ready with me. I do have some fun and exciting things to talk about with you guys. But before we get to the more fun, exciting stuff, we do have some worse things. Not terrible, not awful, but kind of an explanation as to why I've been gone for a little bit and what's been going on with me. So the first reason I've been gone for a little while is we've been getting a new roof put on our house. That's so cold. And probably not very sanitary, but I'm scraping the bottom of this barrel. We got all new shingles. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My husband got home from the store earlier than I anticipated, but where was I in? The first reason that I had a little bit of a hard time filming this past week or so is because we were getting new shingles and new gutters, metal, all sorts of stuff put on our roof. We had a hailstorm a little while back now. It's been quite a minute since we had the hailstorm, and we had the insurance people come out and look at the roof and stuff, and they're like, you gotta get a new roof. There's a lot of hail damage. We had a lot of hail damage to the gutters and the metal around the house. So we had a team, an army of men on top of the roof for the past few days, just beating and banging away, getting the roof replaced and the gutters and stuff. Which, okay, my goodness, one of the days that they were here from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. I felt so bad. I was like, should I make them dinner? Do I need to order some pizzas? I don't know. I feel like that's way too long. How many hours is that? 14 hours? That can't. That's too long. And then at 7 a.m. the next morning, they're back on the roof. But fortunately, since it was, storm damage, our home insurance covered it, which was very nice. Well, I mean, that's what it's for. We do pay them for it, but it's still nice. Oh, wow. That's attractive. I'm trying to make it look like my chest and my neck belong to the same body. It's not going very well right now. My foundation is absolutely a little bit too dark for me, but I have 3 bottles of this, and I'm not buying more foundation until they're all gone. I'm just not gonna do it. Foundation's $40. But the other reason that I haven't been really filming too much or doing much of anything recently is I have had a strange illness. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if it's an illness. I just don't know what's wrong with me. I don't really think the doctor does either. Because I just went to the doctor the day before yesterday, and basically she was like, well, we're just gonna call in several different specialists to figure it out. Okay, so I don't know really what's going on. I have been insanely, incredibly nauseous. So nauseous. If I get in a car, immediately I sat down in the car, it moves at all. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. Wake up in the morning, nauseous. Go to bed at night, nauseous. Nauseous all day long. Oh, I'm not with child or anything. Trust me, I checked multiple times. And so did the doctor. That's a lot of concealer. This is a very thick consistency because there's no way it's not 3 years old. But along with the nausea, I've just been having really bad stomach pains, a lot of gastrointestinal issues, such bad, horrific acid reflux, heartburn, so the point to where it feels like there's nothing in my stomach besides just acid, which honestly that could just be the case. It could just be a stomach full of acid, because I have unfortunately woken up a few times in the morning and gotten sick just acid. It's so bad. And then also a couple times after eating, I've also gotten sick. I can't eat certain things without it really severely upsetting my stomach. Today is probably one of the first days that I have felt a little bit better. I think there could be a culprit. I do think there could be a culprit. I forgot entirely that I have gallstones. They've been in there for years, minimum 2.5 years. I feel like I've told you guys before the story of when I thought I had cervical cancer. I went into the emergency room because I could literally feel a lump inside of me, and I thought it was a tumor. But as I was sitting in the emergency room, in my gown, found out it wasn't, thank goodness, but I did need surgery to remove the very large cyst that was on my ovaries. As I was sitting there, after all of that happened, I get a call from the doctor's office. I had gone in for a ultrasound for some reason. I don't even remember what it was for now. And they called me and they're like, oh, hello, just letting you know you have kidney stones. That's the wrong kind of stone. I meant gallstones. When do you want to schedule surgery? As I was sitting in the emergency room in my little emergency room gown, and I was like, I can't, just right now I can't deal with this. And I haven't dealt with it since then. And that's been 2.5 years ago. So there's a chance that the gallstones are messing with me a little bit, you know, just with the nausea and the acid and all this stuff. It definitely, I feel like it could be gallstones, and my doctor kind of feels the same. So she's decided to schedule me for an ultrasound to look at the gallbladder again. She did say like it could potentially not be there anymore, so it might be something else, but that would be good. If I would like to keep my gallbladder. I know you don't need it, but the more organs you can keep inside your body, probably the better. Plus, I feel like after you get your gallbladder taken out, like you're not supposed to eat fatty foods and stuff, and that would be a bummer. I love fatty foods. That would really be a bummer. So they're gonna do that ultrasound, and they're also gonna do like a endoscope thing and take a little look-see at my belly, like my stomach or something, and my esophagus, just some stuff in my mouth region. I don't precisely know what they're doing that for. She didn't really tell me, but that's one of the things I'm gonna do. And then while I was there, I also had blood work done. I had some labs run, and I had, you know, pee in the cup, and they just called me today and told me that I did have blood and crystals in my, you know, urine, and they asked me if I'd ever been to a urologist. I said no, so now I'm going to a urologist. And they also said that my white blood cell count was too high. Didn't elaborate much on that one, but I have to go back and do more labs in a week. So it's just been a lot of like doctor's visits and trying to figure out what was going on, you know, and just being kind of nauseous laying in bed for, you know, a few days. So it's nothing too crazy, nothing too horrible. Out of the list of like everything that could be going on, gallstones is probably one of the least worst things. So if it's that, we'll figure out how to manage that. And if I do have to get my gallbladder taken out, which like I said, I'd like to keep it, we'll just, that's the route we'll go. But for now, I've been trying to manage my symptoms with a few different medications that they prescribed to me, and you know, a more like light kind of mild diet. And it's, you know, I felt better today. Today's, like I said, today's probably the best I felt in a while. But I'm sure my potential gallstone story is not why you guys clicked on this video. So let's go ahead and get on to the exciting part. And that exciting part is that I think it's actually happening, you guys. I think it's finally happening. We are finally buying a house. We're buying a house. And honestly, I hope this still isn't too much of a premature, like, you know, statement, like we are buying a house, because I've not had fantastic luck. But this has been in the works, in progress now for a little bit. I'm so sorry that I didn't tell you guys or mention it to you guys, but really and truly, like, because we've been burned before, I didn't want to get back to the point where we were under contract, like literally about to buy a house, and then it fell through again. So I waited a little extra long this time. We still haven't signed it. It still is not officially ours, but this time I'm feeling a little bit better about it. It is the house that I showed you guys in my last Get Ready With Me, the one that we toured twice, the one that is not our dream Victorian, but I think it's going to be a really nice step for us to take together as a married couple. You know, like I always say, I love this house. I'm so appreciative of this house. It has been just such a blessing, and the only reason we can get this house is because we have this house. So we do believe, at least, finally moving. At least, man, I hope we're moving. Oh, I hope we're moving. Because my living room currently looks like this. We are getting a little bit of a head start on getting things packed and boxed up because we aren't closing until the 22nd, but that's actually, I mean, it's pretty close. It's not too far away, so it's not like we're down to the wire or anything, but we did want to go ahead and start packing and getting this house ready so we can prep this house to actually sell. There are definitely a few things that we want to do to this house before we list it on the market. This, for instance, this window here behind me, there's a double window with an arched window above it, and I don't know what's going on, but I can kind of like push the drywall in like with my fingertips. It's very flexible, and also the baseboard, I can kind of just like get one, you know, one of these, and it bends a lot. So we're wondering if there might be some type of moisture getting in from the windowsill into that wall, and we're gonna have to tear it out, like the window, the wall, everything. So that'll be a huge project before we sell the house. And some smaller things, like in the master bedroom, we want to change out the carpet in there, and maybe in here too, in the TV room. These 3 rooms have carpet, the rest of the house is hardwood, but we want to change out the carpet in that room specifically because on 2 separate occasions it's gotten red fingernail polish spilled on it. The first one wasn't my fault. The first one wasn't me. It wasn't me. And it's actually kind of a mystery. Nobody will fess up. It happened during like a party we were having at our house, and all of a sudden there was like a crash, and there's a broken mirror and like red nail polish on the floor, and somehow nobody knows who did it. But it's not a big deal, you know, just a little bit of nail polish. So it'd be like changing out carpets and touching up paint, and there's still, oh, I have to pack up this room. Oh, we have to pack up this room. It's gonna be so bad. Remember when I said I was gonna go like ham on Poshmark selling all my stuff? This is why. I am gonna get rid of everything I own. That's That's the only option, I'm fairly certain. Just every single thing that I own needs to go. Oh, and I will actually link my true real Poshmark down below in the description. I think I've only had the store's Poshmark listed in the description for a long time, but this, I will actually put mine up there. Okay, so more about the actual house. So like I said, it's not the Victorian home we were looking for. It's not even an old home, really. It was built in like 2003, I think. And I showed you guys a couple like quick videos of it last time, so I'll pop those back up just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about if you didn't see that video. But I think it's really pretty as it is, as it stands. We're just gonna add a couple of things, you know, to make it a little bit more what we were looking for. So the first thing that we're gonna do, and we've already picked it out, we are going to be putting actual hardwood floors on the first level of the house. So what they currently have in there is something called luxury vinyl or something like that, which I'm sure it's a really nice material. It's just the coloring and stuff isn't really my favorite. And to me, there's just something about a hardwood floor that gives a house a little bit more of that like older kind of warm cozy feel. So I'm really excited about that. That's gonna be a present technically from my parents. And the only reason I'm giggling about that is because the present, like the money that they're going to be using to put the floor in for us, was actually a present for me for my 16th birthday. So 15 years ago, my parents very kindly, very graciously gifted me $10,000, which is, that's crazy in the first place, for my very first car. I was supposed to be able to go out and buy my very first car, freshly 16, with the $10,000 that they gave me. And I don't know if you guys know this, I've mentioned it several times, I don't drive. I'm 31 going on 32 and I still do not drive. I didn't get my license till I was 27. So needless to say, I've never actually purchased a car. And truly and honestly, I had no expectation that that money would still be like hanging around for 15 years. But we were talking about it at my parents' house and apparently they had kept that money in some type of little fund for 15 years. It's so my parents, they're so sweet and they're so kind, and I would have been absolutely, entirely, completely understanding if they used that $10,000 to do something, or, you know, use it for the house or what, anything, because I never anticipated that money to still be sitting there for 15 years. And they were the ones to suggest that they could use that money and like do the flooring and stuff for us for our new house, our first house together. You know, this is our first house together, but our first house like actually purchasing together and like kind of turning into a home together. So they are going to put in the hardwood floors for us, and I think that's so sweet. And for me personally, that's a great use of the money, because I still have no idea if I'm ever going to buy a car. I'll try eventually. I don't know. We'll see how well my anxiety meds start working. And then there's just some little things that we're gonna do. We're gonna put up some crown molding, which is actually included in that gift as well, which is so nice. So I really like crown molding and little details like that. Again, I think it makes a house look older and just gives a little bit more character. In the living room, there's a fireplace, which is really nice. I think I'll look so cute during Christmas, like with the Christmas tree and stuff next to it. But I would love for the mantle to be more of like a statement piece. Again, kind of looking like the older mantles. So I'm thinking that I'm going to potentially take the mantle that is on there off and then find an older mantle and just slap it on. That sounds like something that can be done, right? I feel like that's not a crazy request. So I've been looking at Facebook Marketplace for old mantles. That's what you do when you're 30. It's really fun. And that wasn't sarcastic. I've been having a great time. I don't know. I just had kind of like a feeling the first time I told you guys we had gone to see this house twice. After our first showing, we were kind of like, you know what? Yeah, like this could really work. It had so many of the things that we were looking for. Again, you know, it might not be perfection, but what's actually perfect? It marks off so many of the things that we're looking for. It has so much space. There's a huge backyard. Tater is gonna go wild. Just a wild man, run around everywhere. So I'm just really looking forward to like moving in there and just seeing what our lives are gonna be like in there. We were also able to like get them down on the price some, which that's real nice. They originally had it listed for like over 400,000, like in the 410s, and we were able to negotiate and everything and talk to them, and we ended up getting the house. Well, we still haven't purchased it, but they agreed to a price of $395, which for the square footage, it's over 3,000 square feet, and the amount of backyard space, and also like the finishings, you know, the kitchen and stuff looks really nice. Bathroom fixtures are nice and like upgraded. So for all those elements, I don't think $395 for over 3,000 square feet is too bad. Now they are still working on some stuff over there because we did a walkthrough and we got an inspection, And the inspector actually said it was one of the best houses he's seen in like weeks. He was like, this is a solid house, which made me feel really good. But he found just a couple little things. There's some trees that are too close to the foundation. There's some missing gutter stuff, I don't know. But he also found that a couple of the windows in the house don't like stay up when you raise them. So if you raise them up, they'll just like slam back down, which can be a safety hazard. So they are going to be fixing those for us. They did tell us they already fixed it, but we went back on another walkthrough to like check and see if everything was done, and they were not fixed. So they might have to entirely replace those windows, which that wouldn't be great for them, but also we don't want to have to replace the windows either. So we're going to work on fixing that up before we do the final walkthrough and everything, and make sure everything's all great before we go and sign for the house and do closing on the 22nd. It's like 10:30 a.m. on the 22nd. We'll get our keys and everything after that, and then we'll officially have a new house. I am really very much so hoping nothing goes wrong in that time, because, you know, like I said, we've been here before. We've almost closed on a house before. We've been under contract and then things have gone awry. So I'm hoping everything's gonna be fine. I'm sure it will be. I have a better feeling about this house. I have a much better feeling about this house. So I'm just mainly excited. Of course, I'm all like panicked about, you know, the background of it, you know, all the numbers and the documents and the contracts and things. But the house itself, I'm excited about that. But the other stuff, not so much. We've been through a few different iterations of how we're going to get the loan to pay for the house, because what we're going to do is secure a loan, pay for the house, move into that house, fix this house up, and then sell this house and then pay off not all of the loan. Definitely not all of the loan. The house we're in right now probably most definitely won't sell for $395, so we're gonna have to make up that difference a little bit, which is also kind of nerve-wracking. But just the process of figuring out like the loans and that kind of stuff has been it's been a lot. We weren't gonna go about it in a traditional sense, because my dad, being the kindest person he is, said that we could borrow. Oh my gosh, I know nothing about finances. So this is not my wheelhouse. I'm sure you guys already know that. So he said that we could borrow like against his stock, use his stock as collateral. Again, super nice, because the interest rate would be a lot lower. We were led to believe somehow that the interest rate would be like 2%. Comes to find out that is not accurate. So ended up being the interest rate doing things that way was gonna be like 9%. But we already signed the contract saying that we were going to be doing like a cash payment, like here's the cash. So we still had to figure out a way to get it in cash, but hopefully also not pay 9%, because we still need time to fix up this house and stuff. And we thought, oh, at 2%, we can have a couple of months to get this house market ready. But at 9%, no, we don't. No. I think my dad said something like $75 or $100 a day. If we were to borrow that money at 9%. So definitely got a little bit nervous, definitely got a little bit worried about that. But I do think we're gonna go a different direction. Listen, we got the contract for that today, also incredibly confusing, but I think we're gonna be fine. You can just, this whole section here, you can just skip it. Be struggling to explain our loans and interest rate. We still gotta skedaddle a little bit to make sure that we can get this house on the market as soon as possible. So we are living in boxes and that kind of stuff right now. I haven't touched the filming room though. Oh my goodness. This is gonna take very long. This is gonna be so bad. I don't know if you guys would be interested in any type of like packing vlogs or anything like that. I might show you the filming room in its current state, but I also don't want you to judge me too harshly. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do with the subscription closet? There's no way. There's absolutely no way I can unbox all those subscriptions before we move. I'm gonna have to pack up these boxes and move them to a new house. This will be their third move, because I'm fairly certain there are some in there that are from like when I had my black like background chalkboard wall, which is at my parents' house. So that was, you know, a while ago. And then we have this house. They moved here, and then they'll move to another house. Well, I guess it's only technically 2 moves and 3 homes. 2 moves, 3 homes. I keep asking you guys this, but I still just don't know like what's the best thing to do. I really don't know what's the best thing to do. I would like to maybe do some vlogging and stuff, you know, decorating and renovating the house. We're not doing too much like a renovation, but definitely decorating and stuff. We will be doing a ton of renovation to the apartments though, so that could be like a renovation series. And I don't know if I should do that here or on the vlog channel. I cannot figure it out. If I do it here, you guys are already here, and that's really really great. But YouTube is incredibly fickle, and sometimes if you start posting stuff that's very different from your regular content, they mess with you a little bit. They like to mess with you. YouTube's been messing with me since the beginning. So I just don't know what would be best for like you guys and the channel. Let me know again down below. Vlog channel or just put them here. Oh gosh, part of me just thinks vlog channel and we can just start like whole new series and things over there. That could be fun. I don't know why I decided olive green was the move today, but that's all we're doing. This is definitely coming off a little bit more swampy than I was anticipating. We're looking a bit muddled here. I'm trying to rescue this eye look. My flashlight always on. Hey, why is that a thing? I've been trying to use setting spray a little bit more to convince myself it's not that scary. Just hate throwing stuff in my face and getting my hair wet. For real though, like how do you do that without getting your hair soaking wet? Oh, don't squint, don't squint. Alrighty folks, well here is the look all together. We did a little, you know, pop of just swamp green there on the eyes and just some kind of mushy brown eyeshadow around it. That's a fantastic description. I'll zoom you in. It definitely got a little muddier than I was anticipating. You know, I was trying to keep it a little bit more clean than this, but I love it. I love a nice shadow with swampy shadow. I just did kind of a nudie pink. I don't know if I love the combination with the eyes though. I tried on like 4 different colors and nothing looked right, so I left it. But this is the look all put together for today. Alright you guys, that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you also for being so supportive in the house hunt. I feel like this wasn't a fantastic announcement video. I feel like I could have done better. So very sorry about that. But there will be an empty house tour coming very soon. Like as soon as we get those keys, we're gonna have to go to the house and film a little video for you guys and show you all around. But yeah, that is all I have for y'all today. Thank you so very much for watching. Please go ahead and consider subscribing if you would not mind. It would mean the absolute world to me. And I just hope you guys have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!